Hey my brothers and sisters, welcome back to Mindset Empire. If this is your first time here, welcome. This channel isn't about hype, fake motivation, or get-rich-quick lies. This channel is about money truth, mindset, and long-term power. Before we go any further, like this video, subscribe to Mindset Empire. Share this with one hardworking person who still feels stuck. Because today's video isn't comfortable, but it might be the most important money conversation you ever hear. Why America is one of the richest countries in the world. But here's the question nobody asks. Why are most Americans still broke? People work hard. People follow the rules. People go to school. People get jobs. Yet, over half live paycheck to paycheck. Millions have zero savings. Debt is at an all-time high. Brother, this is not an accident. It's a systemic outcome. Let me be clear and respectful. Brother, this is a core truth. And it's not about intelligence. Most Americans don't fail because they're lazy or incapable. They fail because they were trained the wrong way about money. From a young age, school taught them how to get a job, how to follow instructions, how to obey rules, and how to stay safe. They were trained to avoid risk, not to understand reward. But school never taught how money actually works. It never explained how wealth is built, how ownership creates power, or how systems make people rich while they sleep. So people grow up doing everything right. They study hard, get degrees, work long hours, stay loyal to companies, and still end up stressed, stuck, and broke. Not because they lacked effort, but because they lacked financial education. They were trained to be workers in someone else's system, not owners of their own. And when you follow rules designed for survival, you can never reach abundance. This isn't failure of character, it's failure of training. Reason number 1, trading time for money. This is reason number 1, brother, and it's the biggest trap most people never escape. Trading time for money. Most Americans don't sell value. They sell hours. You get paid per hour, per shift, or on a fixed salary. On the surface, it feels stable. You work more, you earn more. But here's the hidden problem no one talks about. Time has a hard limit. You can only work 8 hours, maybe 10, maybe 12 if you destroy your health. That's it. No matter how talented you are, no matter how loyal you are, no matter how hard you work, your income hits a ceiling because your time is finite. This is why hardworking people stay stuck. They're not lazy. They're trapped in a model that cannot scale. Even promotions don't fix this. You just sell slightly more expensive hours. And when you stop working, the money stops immediately. Wealthy people understand this early. They don't trade time for money because they know time is the most limited resource. Instead, they build leverage. Leverage allows effort to multiply. One decision, one system, one asset can produce results again and again without demanding more hours. That's the real difference. Poor and middle-class thinking asks, how many hours can I work? Wealth thinking asks, how can I earn without being present? Until you shift from selling time to building leverage, freedom will always stay out of reach. Reason number 2, consumer programming. This is reason number 2, brother, consumer programming. And it's one of the most powerful traps ever created. America is not designed to make you rich. It's designed to make you consume. From the moment you wake up to the moment you sleep, the system is whispering the same message. Buy now, pay later, upgrade, impress, flex. Advertisements don't sell products, they sell identity. They make you feel behind, incomplete, and insecure unless you spend. People are trained to believe a dangerous lie. If you can afford the monthly payment, you're doing fine. No, brother, that's exactly how debt chains are built. Monthly payments don't represent success. They represent obligation. Most Americans don't own what they use. The bank does. Cars, phones, furniture, even lifestyles are financed. Instead of buying assets that put money in their pocket, they finance lifestyles that pull money out every month. And the saddest part? They do it to impress people they don't know, with money they don't actually have. This keeps them running on a hamster wheel, working just to maintain appearances. Consumer programming teaches people to look successful, not to be free. And as long as you confuse consumption with progress, wealth will always stay one step ahead of you. Reason number 3, debt normalization. This is reason number 3, brother, debt normalization. And it's a silent killer of freedom and wealth. Debt has been completely normalized in our society. Student loans, car loans, credit cards, even lifestyle loans, they are all presented as normal. People say, debt is just part of life, everyone has it. It's fine. But let me tell you the truth. Brother, debt doesn't just take money, it steals your future income. It steals your mental peace, and it steals your ability to take risks. When you're in debt, your decisions are constrained. You can't think freely because every choice is filtered through what you owe. You can't invest aggressively because a large part of your cash flow is locked into repayments. You can't walk away from bad jobs, bad bosses, or toxic environments because the debt keeps you chained. Debt creates obedience, not wealth. It trains people to survive instead of thrive. True financial freedom doesn't come from borrowing more, it comes from controlling your resources, building assets, and having options. If you want to be wealthy, brother, you must see debt for what it really is, a trap disguised as normalcy. And the sooner you break that mindset, the sooner you can start thinking, investing, and acting like silent money. Reason number 4, no ownership mindset. This is reason number 4, brother, and it's a deep one, the lack of an ownership mindset. Most Americans are trained to be employees, consumers, and followers. From school to society, the message is clear: get a job, follow instructions, spend your paycheck, and fit in. Very few are trained to own, to build systems, or to hold equity. And that's the critical difference. Ownership changes everything. Employees are obsessed with how much do I get paid. They trade time for money, anxious about salaries, raises, and promotions. Owners, on the other hand, ask a very different question. How much do I control? How much influence do I have over systems, assets, and decisions that generate income on their own? Wealth doesn't live in effort or hours worked. It lives in ownership, leverage, and control. When you own, your money works for you. When you follow, you work for money. And this mindset is the invisible line between those who remain comfortable, but limited, and those who quietly build generational wealth. If you want freedom, brother, start thinking like an owner, not a renter of life. Day 1 framework, money reality reset. Now let's get practical. Brother, this is your day 1 reality check, and it's crucial. Ask yourself honestly, do you own anything that makes money without you being present? Or do you only get paid when you show up to work, punch the clock, or perform a task? Most people are trapped in the second scenario. They trade time for money. And the moment they stop, the income stops. Day 1 is about breaking that cycle. Here's what you need to do today, not tomorrow. First, stop chasing a higher salary as the only goal. Money without leverage is still limited. Start learning leverage skills, skills that allow you to multiply your effort. Focus on AI tools, content creation, sales, automation, and building business systems. Each of these can produce results again and again without requiring more of your time. At the same time, reduce your consumption by at least 10%. Stop spending money just to look successful. Invest in skills before lifestyle. Buy assets that create income, not toys that create debt. Remember, brother, day 1 is not about becoming rich overnight. It's about stopping the leak, making sure your money and time aren't wasted. Fix this foundation first, and everything else will follow. Brother, let me say this with respect. This is a wake-up call, not a lecture. If you rely on just one job, one income, or even one skill, you are one crisis away from zero. A layoff, a market shift, or an unexpected expense can wipe everything out. This isn't fear-mongering, it's reality. Life doesn't care about effort or loyalty. It cares about preparation. The rich don't hope for safety, they prepare. They diversify income, build skills, and create systems that work even when they don't. The poor, on the other hand, keep hoping that hard work alone will protect them, and they stay vulnerable. If you want real freedom, brother, stop relying on a single source. Build multiple streams, invest in leverage, and prepare for the unexpected. That's how you move from surviving to thriving. Brother, Remember this: America rewards ownership, leverage, systems, and patience. It punishes blind loyalty, endless consumption, and addiction to comfort. What you do today determines the freedom you have tomorrow. This was day 1 of the Money Reality series, and if you paid attention, you now understand the truth most people ignore. In day 2, we'll go deeper and expose why working harder is actually making Americans poorer, and how to break that cycle. If this video gave you clarity, do these 3 things: like the video, subscribe to Mindset Empire, and share it with someone who needs the truth. And comment below, "I choose ownership." I read every comment, and I reply as your brother guiding you. Until next time, brother, think long-term, move smart, and build wealth that doesn't depend on luck. Real freedom comes from strategy, not chance. Welcome to Mindset Empire.